So, James Gunn has officially lost the plot. You see, James Gunn in Superman movie is shaping up to be one of the biggest superheroes disasters we've ever seen so far. I mean, honestly, no one should have let James Gunn turn Superman into a joke filled with space monkeys and political jabs. I mean, this is not the Superman that fans grew up loving. This is simply James Gunn using a legendary character to settle Twitter beefs. Okay, so if you thought that Hollywood couldn't sink lower, well, guess what? James Gunn is here to prove you wrong. Now, there's also word of space mutant interdimensional monkeys. Not even joking around. That's in this. That's what James Gunn has in this Superman movie. And yes, it's not so subtle shot at, the internet trolls, specifically the Snyder fans and critics who actually question James Gunn. Now, this dude is actually using Superman as a platform to get revenge on people who hurt his feelings on social media, or at least that's what some people out there are saying. If it's true, it's pathetic and it's also weak. It's also petty and it's everything wrong with James Gunn's version of modern Hollywood. Okay, so now people are saying that this whole monkey thing is supposed to be one of the funniest parts of the movie. I mean, if that's what passes as, that's what passes as humor now in a James Gunn script. And you think that people want to go ahead and see Superman fighting cartoon monkeys that are really just code for online critics. I mean, that's the level we dropped to. You see, this isn't clever at all. It's desperate. This is not satire. It's basically a meltdown disguised as a plot line, okay? Now, Gunn isn't creating. You see, he's coping loudly, and the entire movie is starting to look like one giant cry for help. But unfortunately, it actually gets worse. So apparently there's a fake news plotline where Lex Luthor uses media to turn the public against Superman. That sounds familiar, right? You think maybe, they'd focus on the timeless heroism or inspiring stories, but nah, it's just more modern politics shoved down our throats. And Superman, the ultimate symbol of hope, now reduced to a mouthpiece for James Gunn's Twitter beefs and CNN tier narratives. And I don't know about you, but I'm tired of being preached at every time I go to the theater. And I also had a bad feeling about this ever since he first made the announcements. But let me tell y'all something. This whole thing is actually shaping up to be an absolute nightmare. I mean, at this point, I'd rather have Zack Snyder back, okay? And I'm not even a Snyder bro either. And I wasn't even a big fan of the Snyderverse Superman, but even that was better than this mess. At least Snyder tried to go ahead and make Superman epic. You see, James Gunn is out here using Superman to throw shade at critics and push a bunch of modern trash that no one asked for. It's a total misuse of the character. It's also selfish, soulless, and honestly, it's quite embarrassing. And it's like a number of people actually saying this. You see, a lot of people are waking up. I'm just a messenger, okay? You also see it in the comments. You see it on streams like with Neurotic and Chris Gore's breakdowns. And then it's like basically people are done. Okay, we're not stupid. We know what's actually going on. The whole movie is being weaponized to mock the people who built these fandoms in the first place. Now, you'd also think that mocking the Snyder fans or labeling critics as incels is going to win people over. Absolutely not. It's just alienation base and makes everything explode in your face come release day. And speaking of incels and stuff, there's also the issue with Creature Commandos. I haven't watched it. I'm not planning to, but apparently a lot of people are saying that there's an incel army in that show too. Seriously, James Gunn just can't stop inserting this nonsense into everything he touches. Basically, it seems like he's using DC as a therapy session instead of just simply a storytelling platform. Instead of just honoring these legendary characters, he's hijacking them. Basically just it basically it's like he's just using more of this stuff to just go ahead and push it out there that's making it dangerous for the future of the franchise, whereas he's using legendary characters, hijacking them for his own personal drama, and that's not just annoying, it's dangerous to the future of the entire franchise. And you want to know what else makes it worse? You see, James Gunn has way too much power right now. Okay, nobody's telling Gunn no. That's not that's the real issue here. You got a CEO of WBD who doesn't know anything about comics and stuff, let alone DC comics and stuff. But it's like no one's stopping him from doing these things. I mean, look back at legends like George Lucas or even Akira Toriyama. They needed people to say, maybe you shouldn't do that. You see, that's how you refine great ideas. When no one's talking or no one's keeping creatives in check, you get disasters. You get Phantom Menace level blow. You get James Gunn's Superman, which is shaping up to be one giant unchecked ego trip. Okay, I mean, this is simply where this is Superman we're talking about. How hard is it for to get him right? The Christopher Reeve movies nailed it decades ago. You also had the blueprint. It's already been done, but instead of sticking to what works, truth, justice, and the American way, we get space monkeys, fake news, and incel jokes. I mean, at this point, it's insulting. They've taken a character who should unite people and simply turned him into a political puppet. And they expect us to clap like seals. That's not going to happen with a lot of us. And don't even get me started on how much this movie is about James Gunn. I mean, if you look at the marketing and everything, it's all James Gunn's Superman, not DC's Superman, not the Man of Steel Returns. It's all about basically just the James Gunn show. Now, I don't hate him and everything. I love Guardians of the Galaxy and stuff, but problem is he's inserted himself into Creature Commandos basically. And why? Basically, he's treating the DC universe like his personal diary. You see, everything has to be about him. The Cinecon presentation, all James Gunn. No story, no real promotion of Superman himself, just Gunn. I mean, this guy's ego is bigger than Lex Luthor's itself. And then there's also, back to truth, justice, and the American way. That's nowhere to be found. Multiple reliable sources are saying that it's being completely ignored. It's not just disappointing, it's deliberate. They're scrubbing the soul out of Superman, all to make it more palatable for basically the global box office and Twitter blue check marks of yesterday, which are now on Blue Sky. But guess what? That's not who shows up to theaters. That's not who buys tickets. It's the regular people. Americans do. And they're about to be seriously turned off by this garbage and stuff. But you know what the saddest part is? I actually wanted this to be good. To be honest with you, I was hoping to root for James Gunn later. I gave him the benefit of the doubt later as well. He's done good stuff before. But this is James Gunn going completely off his rails. This is James Gunn using Superman as a weapon to lash out at fans, the media, and whatever boogeyman lives rent free in his head. It's not fun, it's not exciting, it's a chore, and it's going to crash and burn if he doesn't pull back hard and fast. Okay, but at this point, every time new info comes out, it's like watching the Titanic sink in a slow motion. The monkey stuff, that's embarrassing. The fake news subplot, that's cringe. The anti-Snyder jabs, that's petty and childish. The fact that nobody in charge seems to care, that's the real horror show here. DC could have had a comeback. They could have fixed things, everything, but instead they handed the keys to James Gunn, who's obsessed with clapping back at the internet trolls, okay? But yeah, basically, you cannot build a cinematic universe on revenge and sarcasm. You need heart, you need hope, and you need to respect the source material and the fans, okay? But honestly, I mean, I love the Snyderverse and stuff from Man of Steel up to Justice, Zack Snyder version of Justice League and everything. Aquaman was good, but that was after Snyder was gone and everything. But the fact of the matter is, I'm not a part of this war between the Snyder Bros and the Gunn fans and all of that, because I got nothing to do with it, you know. Just let y'all know what I'm interested in and what I'm not interested in and what I don't have hope for. Because guess what? I had a feeling that James Gunn was going to pull some sort of mess out of his head. I didn't think it was going to be this hard and stuff, okay? And basically, this Superman movie is doing the exact opposite of what the fans want. It's spitting in the face of every Superman fan who just wanted to see their hero done right. If this thing bombs, it won't be because of toxic fandom or an incels, it'll be because James Gunn turned a symbol of hope into a punchline. It would be because James Gunn got drunk on his own power and nobody was brave enough to say, dude, this sucks. So let me know your thoughts about this in the comments below. Be sure to smash the like button in this video if you enjoyed what was shared in this video. Be sure to subscribe to the channel, turn on the bell for future uploads and notifications, and I'll see you all in the next one. Until then, peace.